The movement has started, the future is near. New league, new teams, a new story starts here. Where a nation began, we're big nose, no bounds. We're hot, we'll be hotter, time to turn up this sound. Where glamour meets grit, where empires are grown. Where great things launch, and the game returns home. 8 hungry cities, want less of the same. We're doing it different, reimagining the game. This is Dallas, Tampa, St. Louis, NYC. It's Seattle, Houston, LA, and DC. It's happening, get ready. Time to scream, time to yell. This is football reborn. This is the XFL.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. Welcome to XFL Live Podcast. I am your one and only Elijah Martinez. With me is the lovely Miss Kelly Harley. How you doing today, Kelly?
Okay. How's everybody else doing?
That's it. We are getting ready to talk about some recent things that has happened over the weekend. A couple days ago, we had Chadwick Boseman, who had passed away, who the guy that played Panther, the Black Panther on here. Also, we're going to talk about Oliver Luck posing on ESPN, talking about the college sports and why hasn't he talked about his experience with the XFL. Well, questions on here, and we're going to talk about how can The Rock and Danny Garcia at Redbird Capital learn from the mistakes that McMahon has done with the XFL. So we're going to get started right now and get cracking to business. Let's talk about Oliver Luck. This episode is called Out of Luck, and is basically evolving around Mr. Luck appearing on or talking on ESPN. What he did was basically talk about the college football, NFL, but yet he doesn't talk about his experience with the XFL before they went out of suspended operations and stopped playing ball due to the COVID-19. What is your thoughts on that, Miss Kel?
I mean, what wrong? I mean, he should have talked and told everybody why he was leaving and stuff like that on.
Correct. What I do think is that maybe this had been some type of negative backfire due to McMahon shutting operations due to the pandemic, but it's still very unaware that he wasn't aware, basically saying that he wasn't aware of him being let go due to the pandemic and the XFL being shut down.
Wow, so he was fired?
Basically, that's what we know, is that he was fired, but he's saying that he doesn't know that he was being let go by Mr. McMahon at the time, who ran the XFL.
Wow, wait, so can't The Rock rehire him?
The Rock has reached out multiple times to try to rehire him for the XFL, but we don't know what type of backlash he's having with the XFL right now. You feel me? But
Yeah.
it comes back to whatever between him and McMahon, because we know that after the XFL suspended operation, a legal battle between Mr. Luck and Mr. McMahon. So what can that spark fired on? We don't know. A lot of fans are upset that Oliver Luck will not mention anything about his experience in the XFL. You know, and I agree with the fans for them being mad because, like I said, this guy, he spent countless days with them, even showed up at the games, but yet he won't talk about the good things, the good experience that he had, and we all know what happened between that. Why wouldn't he talk about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because we would all love to know what happened.
Correct.
What happened, what. At the same time, he probably being wanted everybody, he wanted to know, so I can get them even more or what.
You know, and I still sit here today. I think Oliver Luck, you know, there's a lot of questions, and you know, now a lot of fans are really mad at him because, like I said, you just after McMahon just jumped ship and left and shut down operations. Basically, you're just gonna go file a lawsuit, but then yet don't even try to come back and redeem your spot.
Yeah, and Rock has tried to reach out, like you said. Hopefully they give us me who was taught.
Yep.
Hopefully he will consider it. Will get hold of the Rock and tell the Rock, yeah.
Yep. So the next thing is coming up right now is we're gonna talk about how Danny Garcia and Dwayne The Rock Johnson and their company Redbird Capital can take the XFL to the next level. But before they could take them to the next level, we have to know the lessons that they have to learn. The lessons that what McMahon did wrong in the XFL, and him just aborting mission. You know, a 2-year long project that he created from being rebirthed, right?
Yeah.
So the first lesson that I will say that they need to do is this is what hurt some teams such as the New York Guardians, such as the Tampa Bay Vipers. The bad part is that they aim for these big cities, but they took advantage of playing at stadiums where the National Football League played at. And what they need to do is that they need to lower their small venues, work from small venues before they could get to the bigger venues. And what they're doing right now is just right away smacking and going right into doing big venues. And I think that's what's hurting them. Such as DC, Dallas, and Houston. They reverted themselves and using smaller venues where no NFL team plays at. And we all know about St. Louis. St. Louis they're now taking over the dome in St. Louis. So we could possibly, there's going to be some good lucks in it. But what is your thoughts on that, Kelly? About teams playing in bigger venues where the National Football League plays at?
I'm sorry about that one. It's just that the phone is out of my hand. What I was going to say was, it is very, very true from what you are saying, because of the fact that, yes, they need to reach out to more and do more stuff with them, especially now because they are going to be turning up in the springtime And we're all hoping.
We're all hoping for hopefully see what the Dwayne Rock Johnson and Danny Garcia is going to bring for the XFL. The next thing is that now we know that some players are leaving to the NFL, got their opportunity, and some players are sticking with the XFL. Some players have said that, you know what, why go to the National Football League if it's not guaranteed that you're going to get playing time? It's not guaranteed that you're going to come off the bench. And someone from the Dallas Renegade has said that, who played with P.J. Walker, who is a former Houston Roughneck, has said this repeatedly. Why would I go back playing for the NFL if I didn't even get a chance to play in the beginning with?
Yeah.
The next thing is that it goes back to the first lesson that I told you, is that they need to aim at smaller venues. If they were aim at smaller venues, that means such as playing on college, and where college stadiums are at, playing it, start there, work yourself up, you know what I mean? And see what you get. Like I said, what was one of the biggest downfalls was that the New York Guardians and Tampa Bay Vipers, they were playing in two of the National Football League stadiums. What hurt their venues is that they brought a crowd, but they weren't able to live up to the hype that they had. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's all true.
Yeah. But we're gonna leave it right here, guys. For you guys, this is not the end. This is just the beginning of the XFL Live podcast. I am Elijah Martinez. This is Miss Kelly Harley, and we're gonna tell you guys to have a good things, and we'll bring you back with the next episode really, really soon.
The movement has started, the future is near. New league, new teams, a new story starts here. Where a nation began, where big knows no bounds. Where hot will be hotter, time to turn up this sound. Where glamour meets grit, where empires are grown. Where great things launch, and the game returns home. 8 hungry cities, one less of the same. We're doing it different, reimagining the game. This is Dallas, Tampa, St. Louis, NYC. It's Seattle, Houston, LA, and DC. It's happening, get ready, time to scream, time to yell. This is football, reborn.